of our community. Okay, you guys, we're at the top of the hour, so let's get ready, get our party started. Again, thank you all so much for being here for our first ILCA presentation for 2025. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnie DaCasa, and I will be your humble hostess for today. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out and share his information with the masses, and this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you, Miss Casa, for getting up on this Saturday morning in freezing, snowy Colorado, getting yourself dressed and to host for today. And thank you for all of you guys for being here. I mean, it is an honor to be here. I'm excited. I'm also nervous at the same time because this is the first time I'm doing an ILCA presentation in 8 months. And it's also the first time we're doing a combination of not only a presentation, but also our crypto talks. Normally we do crypto talks open for the public every Saturday morning so that people can see what we do on the inner circle every day of the week. So we want to give you guys an example of the value that we have with this community. But this is a year where we are now 3 years old, ILCA. Some of you were here from day one, from the very beginning. So I appreciate it. I thank those of you guys who have been still part of our community from there. You have a high barrier of wanting to learn more, and we're always learning. There's no such thing as a crypto expert. If you run into anybody that says that and they've stopped learning, then they're already out of date. So we are learning constantly every day, and we want to be able to share that knowledge and information so that you guys are armed and ready. A couple of things so you know for this morning. This is going to be a busy morning, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We're not going to be long, but I'm also experimenting on how I want to do this. There's also going to be a MoveQuest AMA done by the creator of MoveQuest later on this afternoon as well. So I definitely want to be mindful of your time. We have a brand new look of ILCA, which we changed from last year. So you're going to start to see that. And when I created ILCA, I created as ILCA LLC is the name of the company, not Ivy League Crypto Academy, although that is our main product. ILCA is actually Ivy League Coaching Academy. That is the main parent company with different branches with marketing is going to be one. We have crypto is another one. Personal development is going to be a big portion, especially starting this year. And then I'm going to unveil a sneak peek at the health division, ILCA Health, that we're going to be rolling out. That as soon as we release our 3 new crypto courses, we'll be full steam ahead on the ILCA Health side, and I will be doing presentations for that on Sunday evenings. But this is the first time we're doing a Saturday morning presentation / crypto talk for everybody. So we're streaming live on Facebook. Please feel free to share with your communities, with your groups, because this is also the year of I want to expand ILCA with new members and more community support with us. And to do that, I want to incentivize you to share because we do have an affiliate program in place as well. So anybody you share this with, this is not network marketing. This is not MLM. There are no multiple levels. It's only one level affiliate. So you share this with somebody and they decide to purchase anything within the ILCA ecosystem, you will earn a commission. If you sell one of our memberships and they're in our inner circle or diamond or platinum, guess what? You're earning a commission every single month. And so this is a good way to have an extra source. And you're not going to get rich, but you're going to have some extra source of income to come in to help to build your portfolio and things that you want to do. So I'm excited about that. So let me jump on in and share screen. And we are going to first go over, I thought I should have been sharing screen right now on that, but that's okay. Oh yeah, it's second screen here. But I was just telling you what ILCA is. And you see our new brand logo, what we're looking like here. I did a live yesterday where you saw I had a new jacket on. Marnita had set that up with the new logo. Ivy League Coaching Academy. But here's something that we must understand. about the world. Most people are going to fail, period. In what? Most people are going to fail financially. 93% don't have good salaries. 95% will not succeed in business. 97% will retire broke, depending on family, government, and friends by the age of 65. Most people do not have $1,000 in their savings account. Most people cannot afford a $400 emergency without going into debt. The system is designed and set up for us to fail or be dependent. And if we're successful, we're actually is not a success, but we're living on debt. We now have a debt-based society, and it's not getting any better. I remember go to school, get good grades, get a good, safe, secure job, a job that will take care of you for the rest of your life. That's no longer the case. And it wasn't the case 30 years ago. Imagine where we are today. If your parents made $80,000 in 1990, you'd have to make 246,000 plus in 2025 just to afford the same life. And many of you were around in 1990. I mean, were you living it up back then? Or did you still think you might have been struggling in your family? But look at that number today. What do you think the average American is earning? Is it anywhere close to 246,000 plus dollars a year? What we have to learn is that the financial system is changing. And if the financial system is changing, then we also must change. We must follow the river of money. And then this is going to be another big part of our personal development side of ILCA, where I teach the secret. I teach about mindset. I teach about recognizing opportunities and changing your old mindset to the new. Because what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, yet expecting a different result. So if we want a different result, we have to do something different than what we're doing right now. I want you to think about this. Digital currency is the new financial revolution. And we've seen changes or new revolutions in other industries like Uber, a transportation company that owns no cars. I don't see taxis at airports. I see Uber and Lyft. Amazon started off mailing books, is now the world's largest retail chain that has no stores. Airbnb, a hotel chain that owns no property. The same decentralized version of that is happening in the digital space, where Bitcoin came out in 2009 at 0.003 cents. Is that a coincidence that Bitcoin came out in 2009? I mean, what happened the year before that, 2008? The greatest recession since the Great Depression? New form of money called Bitcoin came out, 0.003 in 2021. It reached $50,000. 2025, we're now sitting at $108,786 Bitcoin as an all-time high. This is the best performing asset of the past decade by far. Nothing ever comes close. And after this last election, we're living at the beginning of a new, what we call it, a revolution era, golden age of Bitcoin, as Donald Trump claims the first ever Bitcoin president. In fact, in Crypto Talk today, we're going to cover an article that he just signed an executive order. This is historic when it comes to crypto. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, Bitcoin's value was less than a penny. In 2010, Bitcoin was valued at 40 cents. In 2016, it was valued at $600. In 2025, Bitcoin reached over $100,000. If you would have invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010, today it will be worth over $27 million. How many of you had $100 in 2010? Even if you were broke, do you think you could have found $100? I spent $100 at Wingstop, 95.67 to be exact, every Friday. I'm trying to cut back on that. My son says I'm addicted. $27 million. But most people don't know what blockchain is or what Bitcoin is. Questions people ask is it real? The fact that the IRS is taxing it lets you know it's real. Am I too late? No, you're not. Where this industry is today is where the internet was in the mid-90s. How do I buy it? And most importantly, people want to know, can I spend it? And that is why Ivy League Coaching Academy is here. So what is ILCA? Well, welcome to Ivy League Crypto Academy, the global training center where we're going to teach you everything you need to know about Bitcoin, crypto, and how to trade, marketing, personal development, health and wellness. But with our courses, I launched this with originally 3 courses: Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto. About 5 months later, I launched a new course called Internet of Things. So we had 4 courses, but this wasn't the beginning of my crypto training. I started training this and writing these courses back in 2018. So I'm not new in this game. All of our training is done through streaming video. You're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. Store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. Purchase and sell with Bitcoin. Trade cryptocurrencies and learn how altcoins even work. But this ecosystem is much more bigger than just our streaming courses. Actually, what really makes ILCA stand apart is our personal side, our one-on-ones, our ability to go live with you every single day. We interact with you so that, unlike YouTube, because people say, well, Brandon, why do I need your courses? I'll just go to YouTube. You can't ask YouTube questions, and those videos are obsolete within a month. But we have what's called the 5-day challenge. When I first learned about crypto, I was doing Bitcoin boot camps around the country. We actually have our very first one of 2025 is next week, where for 1 hour a night, we're going to be teaching about some of the courses, about basics of crypto. And I have new courses that I'm going to be sharing, at least 2 of them next week that nobody's ever seen yet. We have VIP membership in our inner circle. We also have our marketing. We have one-on-one consulting for those that say, Brandon, I'm a little bit more private. I got more specific questions for myself that I don't want everybody else to know about. Can I schedule one-on-one time with you? The answer is absolutely yes. What you guys are familiar with is Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Crypto, Internet of Things, DeFi, NFT. Last year, I launched 3 new ones. I launched artificial intelligence. Oh, my brain is going on me. Marty, if you remember those other 3. But I launched 3 new ones last year. Artificial intelligence. Oh, my mind went blank on me. But this year I'm launching 3 more new ones. CBDCs, decentralization, and the most important of them all, security. Security. So what is a 5-day challenge? Well, starting next week, the first one of 2025 on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be covering the basics. What is blockchain technology? Then Tuesday, we're going to talk about what are cryptocurrencies? How do they work? Wednesday, we're going to talk about wallets. How do I buy it? But when I talk about wallets, I'm actually going to be using a different lesson that nobody has seen. I'm going to be talking about wallets based on security, so that you've never seen that lesson before. And then on Thursday, I'm going to do another lesson from security, because I think security is the most important thing. You can build your crypto portfolio, but what does it mean if you lose it all because you've got hacked or you've got scammed? And on Friday, we're going to talk about how to make money in crypto. See, even with ILCA, while you're learning, we want you to earn at the same time. So we're going to show you some techniques and things that you can do so that you can start earning not tomorrow, not next year, but immediately. And we invite you to be a VIP member. What does VIP member mean? That gets you into our inner circle. Inner circle, this is live interaction, Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, at least for about 30 to 45 minutes. I do live crypto talk where we cover all the crypto latest news of the day. We read the charts. We check out what's going on in the crypto space. We find hidden tokens that nobody's known about. People, I've been doing this since 2008, 17. We've had people that have made millions of dollars based on the information that I've shared in our inner circle. That is not hype. That is a fact. Also, the one-on-one consulting. Again, for those individuals who say, Brandon, I need a little bit more private instruction, we have a calendar set up for anybody that wants to create one-on-one consultations. And we have membership. You can purchase our courses by themselves independently, or you can join one of our membership plans. We have our gold inner circle for $49.95 a month. We have our diamond members for $115 a month. The one thing about the diamond is that you get everything the gold gets with the inner circle, but I also teach even more advanced classes. Every Tuesday and Wednesday night, I take classes from the other videos that's not in the 5-day challenge, and I read them for you guys live. And then you're going to be able to ask questions about what we just went over as well. If you're not sure about something, it's one thing watching a video, it's another to get live, like you're in the classroom lessons. Also, the diamond members are getting automatic access to 6 of all of our courses, the first 6 courses they'll have access to, as long as you're a diamond member. Platinum member is a whole big package. You're getting everything ILCA has to offer. In fact, we're going to be doing another live specifically so you understand the value that platinum members are getting. It's more than you think. We just haven't been promoting it as well because of all the stuff we've been putting together to get to this point. But platinum members get everything. They actually also get access to every single course and all the new courses that are able to come out. Our platinum members are able to get. So you definitely want to be, if you want to get the full experience of ILCA, you want to be a platinum member. Now, people who understand the power of Bitcoin in this era will be one step closer to finding their financial freedom. Coming by before February 15th, all of these will be released. The 3 new courses, CBDCs, decentralization, and security. Now, here's a sneak peek on right when we're finished with this, what our next goal is moving into is going to be ILCA Health. Welcome to ILCA Health, empowering you to achieve your weight loss goals, embrace a healthier lifestyle, and become financially free. We're going to show you how to embark on a transformative journey where your well-being fuels your financial freedom. So within ILCA Health, it's not about making money. ILCA Health is about promoting programs that is going to add to both our health and wealth. And so there's 2 projects right now that is in our ILCA Health. One is MoveQuest and the other is Fix. Products that work. See, we're not looking for MLM opportunities to make money off of recruiting. I'm looking at, does the product work and can I make money from the product itself? And the answer is yes on both of these projects. I've lost more than 20 pounds with the combination of these 2. So we'll be doing specific presentations and marketing based on ILCA Health, not any specific company. And if there's ever any good products down the road that fit in with what we align with, we'll be adding those products also to ILCA Health. We're always going to be on the lookout, but for right now, we have these 2. Our mission is we believe that true wealth begins with health. Our mission is to empower individuals to achieve both physical vitality and financial freedom by integrating innovative health and wellness solutions with the transformative power of crypto and blockchain technology. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. I told you I was going to keep that short and sweet, right? Nothing complicated about it. ILCA is here to teach you crypto education and offer even more services where you can fit in where you're at. Some of you may not feel like you've got the time to do everything. So that's why we have different levels so that you can ease your way in or go all in. What I'm going to do now, right before we switch to our crypto talk, is I want to show for those of you who actually do want to be a part of, wait a second, here we go, ILCA. First, we also have our own app and membership section. So once you join, you're in our inner circle or our diamond or platinum, You'll be able to have a back office that looks like this. And we have different groups based on your membership. Like even here I have today in our crypto talk, what's going on when we're talking about that right now. We have over here at the top, outside of our communities, our courses. So let's say you decide you want to buy the courses. And here's all the courses. Let's say Bitcoin 101. I have an introduction video here that tells you for a minute what this is all about. Hello, and welcome to Bitcoin 101. Congratulations. Then all the courses right here. An introduction to Bitcoin and crypto. What is blockchain? Birth of Bitcoin, all the way to investing and holding cryptocurrencies. We even have, if you want to go shoot up to, say, Brandon, I want to know about DeFi, decentralized finance. Well, we've got our decentralized finance courses here. Of course, I got an intro for here, minute-long intro. Then I've got what is DeFi, intro to DeFi, how to invest in DeFi, yield farming, bank versus DeFi, the future of DeFi. What of those of you who say, I have an interest in, let me pull up another one. How to trade cryptos or metaverse. Oh, there was it, tokenization and Web3. Those are the other ones. Web 3.0 is the future of the internet. So you want to know about how the internet's going to look in the future. Web 3.0. I have a minute-long intro here. One thing that we know, and I got decentralized web, blockchain technology, smart contracts, NFTs, semantic web, AI, and Web 3.0. So you guys can have access to all of this. Oh, yes, that's right. And speaking of the affiliate program, based on what level of membership you have, you're going to earn a percentage. Platinum members get 20% affiliates. That's included with the platinum. You get 20%. And what I left out on purpose because not everybody's ready for that yet. But how would you like to be a partner with ILCA? Not just in part of the community, not just, affiliate, you're earning 5, 10, or 20%, but how would you like to be our partner? All right, so let's say you decide you want to be a partner with ILCA. You can by being a partner, which means we'll create for you through our marketing system a duplicated site with your brand, your face on it, your images, your color, whatever your brand is. Let's say you've got a community and you don't have anything to monetize or anything to sell or anything to share. And then you can sell my crypto courses on your website and we'll just split it 50-50. So there's a lot of people say that. I hear this all the time. Brandon, I love what you have. I love the information. However, I don't want to brand you to my community. I want to brand myself. Well, that's fine. But you'll be able to do so, and you can be a partner with ILCA. So that's what's going to be coming later on down the road as well. All right. So speaking with all of this, if you want to first get started, first thing you want to do is get back to whoever invited you. Get back to who invited you. When you do that, they're going to have their own affiliate link for you to use to get started. If you don't have anybody, you want to go to ilcachallenge.com. This is what's going to register you for our 5-day challenge. There's no cost. And not only will you be able to have access to here, but we're going to be giving you a free ebook that I wrote here called Bitcoin for Beginners. So you get a free ebook, Bitcoin for Beginners, just for signing up at no cost. So it's ilcachallenge.com. For those of you who say, well, Brandon, I want to be a VIP member. I want to be in the inner circle. Well, if you go to ilcacryptonews.com, ilcacryptonews.com, then you can sign up for the inner circle. That's $49 a month. I've got a welcome video here. You can learn about what the inner circle is all about so you don't miss out. This is the backbone of ILCA because you're getting me every single day, almost, Monday through Thursday and Saturday. And Saturday, we do it for the public, which means if you're on the fence, you kind of don't know what this is all about, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to be doing crypto talk. So you're going to get an idea of what we do and what we discuss in our inner circle. But you get this for $49 a month. Understand that my time, I charge more than $200 an hour just for having time with me. You're getting me now for 5 days a week for more than an hour each. All right. Then for those of you who want to see our main website, if you go to ivyleaguecryptoacademy.com, ivyleaguecryptoacademy.com. This is our home website. So anything you want to see, you see Ms. Casa right there as well. You got our About Us, community, crypto courses, and then our membership. So you can choose gold, diamond, or platinum. Gold, and I have an announcement. I'm going to wait till next week in the 5-day challenge for our diamond members. I'm going to talk to you guys next week. But this is where you go to get your memberships. And just for a heads up, I'm not going taking my prices back to regular price until I release the 3 new courses, which means if anybody wants access and you're not a platinum member to all of the courses, regular price is $24.99. I have a discount going on right now because we have not changed this yet. ivyleaguecrypto.info. 40% off. This is going to stay here until at least February 15th. You'll get all 10 courses. Now, what about the other 3? The 3 brand new courses. So here's the 10 courses: Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto, Internet of Things, DeFi, NFTs, Metaverse, Web3, Tokenization, Artificial Intelligence. Those are the 10 courses. $24.99. The 3 new courses, Decentralization, CBDCs, and Security, is being sold as a separate package right now. ILCA Burst.io. Regular price for these 3 courses combined is $750. I have a discount right now for $399. So you want to get your hands on this while you can. Discount. And we're going to be giving goodies away for the first people who's purchasing this in pre-sale right now for $399. So you want to be one of these. Some of you guys have already done so. I know Leonard rose his hand. Leonard did. So you want to get your hands on these as well. All right. So that is it for ILCA for now. I don't want to give you a drink of water with a fire hose because there is a whole lot more in information. Just wanted to give you a overview of kind of what this is and how this works and what this is all about. Now we're going to switch, and I want to share with you guys that are, especially that are brand new. You say, what is the inner circle? I keep hearing about I need to be in the inner circle. Well, we're going to do our crypto talk starting right now. This is how we normally would do it. So the first thing that we do in our crypto talk is we cover what's going on with the crypto market today. We also teach how to read this chart. Have you ever, I mean, I remember the first time I looked at the stock market and Forex and stocks and bonds, and it looked like Greek to me. I didn't understand any of that, what the numbers meant. So when you're coming into crypto for the first time, it might be a little bit overwhelming. You see these numbers and these colors and you don't know what it means. So we actually teach how to read the charts. We teach that. So first of all, what's going on in the crypto market today? We've got market cap is at $3.74 trillion. We're down 2.9% in the last 24 hours, which I find very interesting because what has happened in the last 24 to 48 hours in the news? Donald Trump did 2 things. No, he signed a bill banning CBDCs, and then he signed another executive order dealing with cryptos. I thought that news of that would have made the market kind of go up. So here's what the market is doing. Bitcoin dominance is at 55.4%. Ethereum is at 10.7%. Bitcoin is at $104,000 still, down 1.3% in the last 24 hours, but it's still up 0.7% on the past week. Now, this is Saturday, so we're looking at week to week because this is public. So a lot of you guys didn't see this information since last Saturday. So I'm going to go by the week to week. So Bitcoin is up 0.7%. Ethereum is also up 1%. Ripple, though, came down slightly, 2.2%. Solana is up 4.8%. BNB slightly down 2.2%. Doge dropped big time, down 10.6%. When I thought that this would also have gone up because the presidential inauguration, Elon Musk's department went official, but instead it's gone down. In the last hour, though, it has gone down. It's gone down 1.7%. USDC Cardano is down 7.8%. Tron is up 4.9. You're right, Catherine. I'll edit that part out. We got Avalanche is down 7.6. Stellar. So this, when I see a lot of blue and green or green and red here, this is like a choppy market over the past week. We've got some tokens had great weeks, some did not. Like Pepe's down 18.6, but Ave's up 7.2 or Ondo's up 16.4. So this is a choppy market in the last week. Best performers over the past week, Qcoin. Thank you. Qcoin is up 22.2% in the past week. Gate is up 21.3, Ondo 16, Mantle 15.6, Hyperliquid 14.2, Radium, BitGet token. So we've had a pretty good week. Yes, if I locked the meeting, so if you guys had people and guests that were to come on and they're not able to get through, have them go to the Facebook to see it live. I locked the meeting. I thought we were past the trolls, so I'm going to put the security measures back in place to prevent that from happening again. So let's see. Solana, White Bitcoin, Chainlink, Kronos, Monero, Fast Token, Mantle, Binance, Peg. These are all in the positive. The negative tokens in the past week, Dog with Hat, I call this the Janelle token. She's the one who discovered this before I did. Dog with Hat, Fartcoin down 20.9%. Sonic is down 20%. Pepe's down 18.6%. Floki, The Graph, Pudgy Penguins down 15%. Internet Movement, Jasmy Coin, Gala. All right. So now let's look at MoveQuest. MoveQuest coin is down to 9.38. So Inner Circle, what did I tell you guys the last time we were together? That this coin was continued to drop until, in my opinion, it was supposed to be until the launch of the new website, which is supposed to be happening, but I keep hearing this immediately. So I can't give a date on this. It's just all I keep hearing is soon and soon and soon. Now, also, Inner Circle, I've given some other information as to my predictions for this that I will not share today because I'm public, and that's just for the Inner Circle. By the way, next Wednesday, I'll be doing the next Inner Circle private MoveQuest strategy call. And so you definitely want to be a part of that. If you're part of the MoveQuest community, you don't want to miss that one because there's a couple of things I'm going to cover. One of them is I'm going to show the devices that I use. I think I was talking to, not Midge, I think Janine. And I was showing Janine, I'm going to show the type of watches and phones and the devices. I'm also going to go over again the wallets, the MetaMask wallets, and I'm going to show how to create multiple wallets to be able to use and how that all works. I'm also going to talk about the hatchery. There's new information on the hatchery that's coming out that I still don't fully understand yet, but I'll have more information by next Wednesday. And again, reiterate the strategy with the goal of being, I want to have at least 100 Inner Circle members earning $2,500 to $5,000 a month without having to recruit, without having to sell any physical products, just based on strategy, just on the MoveQuest side alone. So we're going to cover that. That's why I say it pays to be in the Inner Circle. How would you like to be one of those 100? Let me give you another hint. We don't have 100 members in the Inner Circle. So you might want to be a part of that one. Oh, somebody just bought $461 worth of MoveQuest right now. Only other thing I will give, this is the time to buy. You will want to buy as many MoveQuests as you possibly can right now for information that I know that's coming. Okay, let's get into some of the news. Some big news that just happened. Trump signs executive order for crypto working group prohibiting CBDC. CBDC. Now, if we go back to the presidential primaries, with the Republican Party. You had Ron DeSantis. You had Senator Ted Cruz and others stating that they are 100% against CBDCs. How many of you, if you believe that you are not, let me rephrase that. If you think you need to learn more about CBDC, type me in the chat box. If you think this is something that you hear about it, you may not fully understand it. It doesn't seem to be going away. The president is now signing an executive order. Well, guess what? I'm writing a course on CBDCs. We're going to be covering this and why some politicians are against it and some are for it. Here's what I say. Personally, I am against the CBDC. But as an American who wants to see America over the next century remain on top, is not going to happen without a CBDC. So I'm torn on that. Why do I not want a CBDC? Because they're going to digitize. Oh, my wife took my cash. They're going to digitize the dollar. There's going to be no more cash, physical cash. And you might think, well, isn't it kind of like that already? Nobody pays with cash money anymore. You use your debit and credit card. Everything's digital. Yeah, but we still have the option of cash. If you remove that and all your money is in digital form that's on a centralized currency, because the US dollar is a centralized currency, that means the government and the banks have full control of your assets. And if they choose to, they can freeze your account, they can shut it down, they can determine what you can and cannot buy. If you say, I want to go buy guns, and you go to the gun store and you put your card through, it's your money, and they say, you've been flagged. No, we don't want you to have guns. If you want to get an abortion, they may say, no, we don't want you to do that. If your income level's at a certain point and you have a high debt, but you've had your eye on that big screen TV just for once so you can see the football game on, you finally got a little bit of money, so go spend on yourself, and you go to buy that TV, and it says, declined, you owe these other debts, so we're not going to allow you to make that purchase. The technology and power is there for them to do it. And what I've learned in my life is that when given power, it ultimately will be used one way or another for ill gain, for bad stuff. People are people. So I do not want the government to be able to control my money. However, on the flip side, the dollar's dying. Fiat currency is dying. The world is smaller. And we're being more competitive, and the US dollar is being challenged by our competitors and enemies. And the greatest threat that I believe to American dominance is BRICS. And they are moving full speed ahead on their own CBDCs. In fact, every country in the world will have them. So before I even read this article, I know, yeah, he may write an executive order prohibiting it. This is only a stopgap. The decision's already been made by the Federal Reserve, and they made that decision before 2016. There will be a CBDC. It has to be. So we have to figure out how we can protect ourselves when it's here. And I do have an answer for that, which we cover in our inner circle in the ILCA, and that's what I'll be talking about in our personal development side. So the working group established under the executive order will explore federal regulations for stable coins and a national digital asset stockpile. I agree with that. We need to have a digital asset stockpile. But wait a minute, is this misleading? Okay, then yeah, let me read this. And here's another thing, if you're brand new, I do not read these articles ahead of time. The whole point of me reading these articles is that I'm learning. I'm just turning on the camera, turning on the mic, and taking you along the journey with me, because this is what I would be doing even if I wasn't doing Crypto Talk. This is how I learn and stay on top. And that's how this even was born. I used to do 2 Crypto Talks a day, early morning Crypto Talk and late night Crypto Talk back in the day. Some of you were here earlier for that. Jacqueline Briggs, Perelvis Lofty, Shauna Ross, those early days. So You're getting my reaction live with you. I don't just read to read, I read to understand. U.S. President Donald Trump has signed his first executive order potentially affecting crypto users and industry leaders, which many expected during his first days in office. We were inner circle. We were waiting for this. No, Michael, I'm not on Pendleton. I mean, Michael Pendleton. No, I'm not on YouTube. I'm doing something new. I'm doing a presentation slash and crypto talk style, and I wanted the most amount of people, so I'm doing this on Facebook. I'll decide later if I want to move it to YouTube, but this is our grand opening. So, in a televised address from the Oval Office on January 23rd, Trump appeared with his AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who explained the executive order to the U.S. president. I will be uploading this recording to YouTube though after I edit what I need out. According to Sachs, the EO establishes an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto. We should have done this 8 years ago, but I guess better late than never. With himself chairing the effort. The order also prohibits the establishment, issuance, circulation, and use of a U.S. central bank digital currency and asks the working group to study the potential creation and maintenance of a national crypto stockpile and a regulatory framework for stablecoins. I agree with that 100%. This is what Biden should have done 5 years ago. Actually, this is what Trump should have done in his first administration. See, things have changed. In his first administration, he said Bitcoin was illegal, it was a scam, cash is king, and don't get involved with Bitcoin. That's what he said back then. He's saying something completely different now. 5 years makes a difference. See, the working group, if established, would consist of the U.S. Treasury Secretary, Attorney General, Securities and Exchange Chair, Commodity Futures Trading Commission Chair, members of Trump's cabinet, and other agency heads. The U.S. president said Sachs was going to make a lot of money from the executive orders on AI and crypto. That is true. The U.S. president said Sachs was going to make. According to the text of the crypto order, Trump's directive revokes a March 2022 executive order from President Joe Biden directing U.S. government agencies to establish a crypto regulatory framework. Aren't you doing the same thing? He revoked it. So you revoked it to create one your own? Unless you're saying Joe Biden's was to hamper and hurt the crypto space, while his executive order is to enhance it. Okay, I can see that. It's unclear how much authority any U.S. president has to enact certain laws and policies under executive orders. They don't. All right, they don't. For things to be permanent like that, it needs to be ratified in Congress. So executive order is a temporary stopgap, but for the next 2 years, Trump has the Republicans in both the House and the Senate. So if there's any time that he wants to get stuff done, because he had the same thing the first time he was elected, same scenario, and he didn't take full advantage of it. Now's the time. The question is, will the House Republicans and the Senate Republicans fall in line on everything that Trump is signing on these executive orders? Ordering federal agencies to halt any development of a potential CBDC was one of Trump's campaign promises to the crypto industry during his run for the presidency. He also fulfilled a promise to pardon Silk Road founder Ross Ulbright, but had yet to comment on a pledge to have all Bitcoin made in the USA. What? He said, wait, did he say that? He wants to have all Bitcoin made in the USA since taking off. Well, you can't control that. There's a million Bitcoin miners around the world. It doesn't matter what country you're in. I guess the better thing to say is to have the majority of crypto mining taking place in the United States. Now you can do that. Can anybody answer what country has the most Bitcoin miners right now? You know what country used to have it? China. China. And then China banned crypto mining, and then they brought it back, and then they banned it again, and then they brought it back. The nation that has the most potential long term is going to be the nations in North America, Canada, Northeast United States, and parts of Europe. That's going to be taking advantage of the cold weather, the Niagara Falls, natural energy, or by what's the word I want to use? Artificial will be Texas. They've got a lot of land out there and they're building huge database centers and energy hubs. So Texas is getting itself prepared. El Salvador, no. El Salvador was the first to make Bitcoin like a national currency and to create a strategic reserve. Yeah, China's number one right now. They're not going to be. They're not going to be long term. And I think that's what he may be meaning here. All Bitcoin made in the USA. All right. Next one up is President Trump signs executive order. This might be the same information. Trump campaign on a more favorable regulatory approach to the crypto industry.
About crypto.
Let's see. President Donald Trump on Thursday signed an executive order that seeks to clarify regulations in the crypto industry to secure America's position as the world's leader in the digital asset economy. Trump's order establishes the Presidential Working Group on Digital Asset Markets, which will develop a federal regulatory framework for digital assets, including stablecoins, and evaluate the creation of a strategic national digital assets stockpile. It will be chaired by the White House AI and crypto czar and include the Treasury Secretary and the chairman of the SEC, as well as other relevant department and agency heads. Additionally, the executive order prohibits agencies from establishing, issuing, or promoting central bank digital currencies and directs other federal agencies and departments to provide the group with recommendations about digital asset regulations that should be rescinded or modified. It also revokes the Biden administration's digital assets executive order framework for international engagement on the industry. President Trump will help make the United States the center of digital financial technology by halting aggressive enforcement actions and regulatory overreach that have stifled crypto innovation under previous administrations, the White House announcement had said. That's another article. SEC launches crypto task force. Okay. The executive order comes after Trump touted a crypto-friendly approach to regulating the growing industry during his presidential campaign. He pledged at a crypto conference he attended last summer to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. I'm for that 100%, but I'm curious as to why the market has not reacted to this. Let me look at this market again real quick. Even the last hour, there's more in the red than green. So I'm surprised by that. I think we'll have to wait until Monday. So on Monday's Inner Circle Crypto Talk, we'll look at this again because most people still treat crypto trading like it's the stock market. They close on Friday and don't open up till Monday again. So we'll see Monday morning what these numbers are looking like on this news. See, this is a huge development for Bitcoin and digital assets. We're coming off of 4 years of the Biden administration trying to, effectively shut down and push out the entire crypto ecosystem from the United States. So they now have this kind of support, the support from the highest levels of government, legitimizing the importance and the promise of this technology is incredibly important for our economic security and our national security, says the Perianne Boring, the Digital Chamber founder and CEO. I agree with that statement. Former President Joe Biden's administration, through then SEC Chair Gary Gensler, carried out a regulatory crackdown on the digital assets industry in an effort to root out bad actors. That is true and false. The statement that, yes, they carried out a regulatory crackdown on digital assets, but what's false is it was not in an effort to root out bad actors. Those in my inner circle know, because I talk about this all the time, it was a knee-jerk reaction to FTX in the 2020 election. You got to be in the inner circle. I can break that down in detail. That's what that was about. The parties flipped. Before then, the Democrats were very, very pro crypto. And the majority of them got the majority of the Democrats got the majority of crypto campaign donations leading into 2020. And when the Republicans said that the election was stolen, they highlighted all of these what they considered illegal scam crypto operations that were donating money to the Democratic Party. That was the talking point. So the Democrats' knee-jerk reaction, no, not us. We're against crypto too, see? And they took Trump's policies that he already had and then put it on overdrive to be against crypto. That's what really happened. It had nothing to do with, oh, we want to root out bad actors. No, no, you didn't. Gensler resigned. Let's take a moment to clap for that one. I love it when the first time he really hit our screen, from his loft, he was like, he's like Mr. Burns. And if you saw that committee hearing with him, he was shaking like a leaf. But yeah, Mr. Burns is gone. Gensler resigned from the SEC on Inauguration Day, and Trump appointed SEC Commissioner Mark Uyeda, a Republican appointee, as the agency's acting chair, while his nominee to serve as the new permanent chair, Paul Atkins, awaits Senate confirmation. Uyeda's first official action was to create a new crypto task force led by GOP Commissioner Hester Peirce, Crypto Mom, often referred to as Crypto Mom. She's going to make so much money when she retires from the federal government. The task force will foster a dialogue with industry players to promote a friendlier regulatory environment by focusing on drawing clear regulatory lines, providing realistic paths of registration, crafting sensible disclosure frameworks, and deploying enforcement resources. It will also coordinate those activities with other federal agencies, including the CFTC, which is poised to take on a larger role in crypto regulation. Bitcoin prices were up slightly on Thursday in advance of the news before pulling back slightly. The largest crypto by market cap remains north of the $100,000 level. This year, prices have gained over 10%. I mean, this is historic. We're beginning a new year with Bitcoin over $100,000. What was Bitcoin price exactly 1 year ago, January 2023? Let's look. It was $41,000 a coin. 1 year ago, $41,000 a coin. What about the year before that? I got to go to 2022. Well, it was my little bit higher. January, December. Oh, wow. Same mark. $41,000. But then it dropped all the way down to, it dropped to $16,000 in 2022. $16,000. How many of you would have loved to purchase Bitcoin at that time? That's when we created ILCA. Since we've created ILCA, this has been the trajectory of Bitcoin. You see that? Do you think it pays to be crypto educated? This is what it's done. So your education would have allowed you to benefit from this. And we still haven't seen nothing yet. This is nothing. You'll be able to tell your kids, I remember when Bitcoin was only $100,000 a coin. All right. Next up, we've got constitutional amendment to allow Trump third term introduced in the House. In my opinion, this will never happen, but the fact that they're even trying is not a surprise. Now here's the flip side. And I think I gotta read how they're doing this, because now you open the door. The same people who would love to have Trump have a third term would roll over in their grave to have Obama attempt to have a third term. Got to be careful with this one, but constitutional amendment to allow Trump third term. A Republican House member introduced a resolution to amend. You want to amend the U.S. Constitution. to allow President Donald Trump and any other future president to be elected to serve a third term. Now, I haven't read this yet. I remember about my son, when he's heard this, he came running over to me, and what he broke down to me, because I want to see if he's right. He said what they're saying is since Donald Trump didn't serve back-to-back terms, that you're not allowed to serve three back-to-back terms. But if it was broken up, you can serve at least two back-to-back terms. Therefore, that would disqualify Obama because Obama has already done back-to-back terms. But what if they do that, then the Democrats could come in and say, okay, if you did that, well, Obama hasn't been in office for like 16 years. Therefore, he can now run again. He didn't do three consecutive terms. I do not agree with this. Obama should not be allowed to have a third term, and no other president should. And that's just my opinion. And if you're brand new, I want to give a disclaimer. I attempt in my best form available to stick to the information that is given, especially if it deals with politics, and not share what would be my own political beliefs. We have a diverse community of people who believe one thing and believe another thing. We don't go down that path here, okay? That's not what ILCA is about. We want everybody, and we respect all of your opinions. But every now and then, if I say something, I will qualify saying that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's how it should be. It's just my opinion. So in my opinion, I do not believe any president should have three terms. So Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee introduced the measure days after Trump was sworn in for a second non-consecutive term in the White House. There's the key. I read things like a lawyer here. This is the key. Non-consecutive. The 22nd Amendment clearly bars anyone from being elected to more than two terms, but does it say that it has to be consecutive or not? Yeah, FDR served 4 terms. Republican House member introduced a resolution Thursday to amend the U.S. Constitution to allow President Donald Trump and any future president to be elected to a third term in the White House. Trump has proven himself to be the only figure in modern history capable of reversing our nation's decay and restoring America to greatness, and he must be given the time necessary to accomplish that goal. Now, that is an argument that I've heard a lot. In fact, I actually had that argument in college, where for a brief time, I believed that 4 years or 8 years is not enough. I was looking at the political system, and I was looking at how Democrats and Republicans were flip-flopping every 4 years, and I'm like, how can anything get done? When after 4 years, or even if you had 8 years, the new administration comes in and reverses everything that was done before. And then they've got 4 years to restart the engine. And by the time that gets started, a new administration comes in, reverses that, and nothing ever gets done. And I remember having a debate about that. But that's another, I got to remember and think about that later on. But now I'm older now, and no. Ogle's resolution is tailored. Wait. So that's what he says. Who proposed extending the current maximum of 2 elected terms. Ogle's resolution is tailored specifically to permit Trump to serve a third term. But then we got to think of age. How old, somebody type in the chat box, how old will Donald Trump be at the end of these 4 years? And then you got the same argument that the Republicans had against Biden and the Democrats had against Biden. So if Trump gets elected to a third term at 82, 83 years old, that puts him ending that term at 87. JD Vance should be like, no third term. It's my time. No person shall be elected to the office of president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2. What? No person shall be elected to the office of president more than 3 times. Okay. Nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to. So in one stroke, he promoted Donald Trump and cut out Obama. See, look at this closely. What he's saying is, Well, we're not going to have no president can have, so Donald Trump can have at least one more term, three, and that's it. Nor if you've already had two consecutive terms, you can't run for a third time. So he that so he cut out Obama, but made this for Trump. Former presidents Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama all served two consecutive terms and thus would be barred from being elected to a third term. Isn't that convenient? Oh, they get to JD in the article? Okay. But not Trump. I mean, half of America actually wants a king. I mean, not go down that road. But not Trump, who was the first president since Grover Cleveland in 1892 to be elected to a second non-consecutive term. It is imperative that we provide President Trump with every resource necessary to correct the disastrous course set by the Biden administration. He is dedicated to restoring the public and saving our country, and we as legislators and as states must do everything in our power to support him. Ogles, a hardline conservative who is serving his second term in the House. I am proposing an amendment to the Constitution. That is a big deal. To revise the limitations imposed by the 22nd Amendment on presidential terms. Ogles' move came 3 days after Trump was sworn in as president. The resolution also comes 2 months after Representative Dan Goldman, a New York Democrat, introduced a House resolution that reaffirms that the 22nd Amendment applies to two terms in the aggregate of as President of the United States, and that the amendment applies to the 78-year-old Trump. A White House spokesperson did not immediately reply to a request for comment. Ogle's effort faces long odds against success. Yeah, you need like 2/3 of the House and Senate. That will never happen. For a resolution to amend the Constitution to be sent to the archivist of the United States, it must receive, a 2/3 majority vote in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. If that is done, 3/4 of the states, 38 of them, must ratify the amendment for it to become part of the Constitution. And then that's not going to happen either. The 22nd Amendment of the Constitution states in part, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Now I got to put my mind to think because I know how Trump is. He does not care about any rules or laws or nothing like that. And you guys remember how I did the series The Secret? I was listening to some of my old stuff from 10 years ago. I actually quoted Trump a lot back in those old days. My wife was even like, you talked about Trump a lot because of what I was studying at the time. And the way he thinks is not operate in a world of rules and constraints and then figure out how to operate with that. The way he thinks is, I believe reality should be this way, and I'm going to operate like it is. Therefore, everything else around me must change to fit my paradigm. And I don't care if you like it or not, that's how I'm going to do it. So, since that's how he operates, then he's got to figure out another way to get around these constraints. So we'd have to figure out what he could do or what he would do to get around these constraints. Would it be war? Like how did FDR serve for 4 terms? Oh, I got to keep reading. All right. The 22nd Amendment of the Constitution states no person shall be elected more than twice. Ogle's resolution seeks to revise this to read, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times, with the caveat that people who serve. Wow, Barron is looking just like him. I just saw that at the corner. Barron Trump. He looks way more like him than Eric and Don. Looks just like his sister, Ivanka. All right. No person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of the president more than once. Ogle said the resolution he was introducing would allow President Trump to serve 3 terms, ensuring that we can sustain the bold leadership our nation so desperately needs. Proposed in 1947 and ratified in 51, the 22nd Amendment was authored to prevent a repeat of FDR's unprecedented election to 4 terms in office. To this day, Roosevelt is the only president ever to have been elected to more than 2 terms. He died in 1945, less than 90 days after his 4th inauguration. Republicans currently hold an extremely narrow 3-seat majority in the House and have a majority by the same number of states in the Senate. Few, if any, Democrats are likely to vote for Ogle's resolution with Trump in office. Trump is open to it. Of course he is. Over the course of his political career, Trump has repeatedly hinted at his willingness to serve more than 2 terms in office. I suspect I won't be running again unless you say, he's so good, we've got to figure something. There it is. We've got to figure something else out. Trump reportedly mused to House Republicans during a private meeting in November, shortly before his electoral victory over Kamala Harris. Speaking to members of the National Rifle Association, Trump said, I don't know. Are we going to be considered 3-term or 2-term? Are we 3-term or 2-term if we win? See, again, if you know how Trump operates, he'll throw things out there that may seem like a joke, may seem like just a passing thought. It's not a joke. It's not a thought. He's serious about it, and he's just floating it out into the space to allow those who support him to run with it. Gulf of Mexico into a Gulf of America, Panama Canal, making Canada the 51st state, Greenland. At first, the moment he starts saying it, because I pay attention to the news a lot, his supporters in the media, oh, it's just Trump being Trump. He's just playing around. And then a couple of months later, those same people, well, it kind of seems like a great idea, doesn't it? I mean, would it be a bad thing for Canada to be the 51st state? I mean, look at all the resources Greenland has, and we got China. We got to stop China and Russia from getting access to it. I mean, yeah, Denmark's our neighbor. I mean, they're our ally. Nothing will happen to them anyway without us. But wouldn't it be better in our control and not their control? Panama Canal. Well, China's trying to get control of the Pacific. Panama Canal. Yeah, I think we need to get that back. Well, I mean, why the hell is it named the Gulf of Mexico anyway? And nobody care about Mexico. We're America. See, he floats things out. And then he doesn't have to make the case for it. His supporters will make the case for him. So just think about when he says this, he's not joking. He's serious. Speaking to members and again, I am not saying right or wrong. I'm just stating a fact. You figure out which way you want to go on that. Speaking to members of the NRA, yeah. Well, if we win, what do you guys think? What do you think about it? Want me here for a 3rd term? Yeah. Trump's openness to a 3rd term does not come as a surprise to people who know him. The former Fox News journalist Geraldo Rivera, who was friendly with Trump for decades in New York, predicted in December that Trump and his allies would soon turn their attention to the 22nd Amendment. For future reference, President Trump and company will soon start chattering about revoking, amending the 22nd Amendment, which limits presidents to 2 4-year terms. This is what Republicans have to be careful about. If they go after the 22nd Amendment, especially speaking to the NRA, what is the one amendment? And I'm going to see how informed you guys are. What is the one amendment that the NRA claims is gospel? Gospel. Do not touch. You can't even, if you even mention it, they'll put your head on the chopping board. So to them, some amendments are sacred while others are able to get chopped up. They got to be careful with this. That pendulum swings both ways. This is what you're talking about, Kitty. Other ways to stay in power. Amending the Constitution is not the only way that Trump could stay in power after his current term ends. Though the 22nd Amendment prohibits Trump from being elected president again, it does not prohibit him from serving as president beyond January 20th, 2029. How? A professor of government at Hamilton College in a recent article said, what? The reason for this is that the 22nd Amendment only prohibits someone from being elected more than twice. It says nothing about someone becoming president in some other way than being elected to the office. Oh, well, how did Vladimir Putin do it? Before he just didn't care about the rules anymore. When his term was up, he became prime minister. And there was another Russian president, but who was really running things? And then Vladimir ran again and said, I'm not even going through all of that. Y'all know I'm the king till I die. So, what other way? Clinker wrote that one hypothetical scenario would be for Trump to run for vice president in 2028 and have Vice President J.D. Vance. Okay. While a strategic individual might try to pull something like that, there's no way in hell Trump would. Even the perception, there's no way in hell. Even though it would benefit him, he would never do that. What other way would they have here? If elected, Vance could then resign, making Trump president again. That would be mighty generous of J.D. Vance, huh? He's elected president, and then, yeah, I'm going to resign for Donald Trump. Mm. The 25th Amendment of the Constitution states that if a president declares that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties of the office, such powers and duties shall be discharged by the vice president as acting president. Okay, if this is what JD Vance has got to think about, because remember, he's younger than me, and that bothers me a little bit. But if Vance steps it down because he says he's unable to discharge the duties of power, does that disqualify him in the future? Because you also have to think who's going to be the next generation running the Republican Party. Would he be willing to fall on the sword for life? Another scenario Clinker imagined is for Trump to encourage a family member to run and win the White House. Once elected, they will serve as little more than a figurehead president. I could see that happening more. But I don't see anyone in the Trump family that would be able to garner the populism that Donald Trump can. Not Eric, not Don Jr., maybe his granddaughter, maybe when Barron gets older. I don't see anyone else that can do that. Yeah, he'll get the MAGA base, but Trump didn't win because of the MAGA base. Once elected, they would serve as little more than a figurehead to the president. That was an interesting article. Some of you would say, well, what does that have to do with crypto? It has everything to do with it. Everything. We have to, we'll learn in Crypto Talk, if you're a part of our Crypto Talks. I don't just read the charts and try to make predictions based on what the chart is telling us, because there's more happening that can impact this chart. Geopolitics, laws that's being made, who's running things, what's going on in a different country. The world is much smaller. It's connected. If we're not paying attention to that, we can't predict what's going to happen here. So by knowing what's going on with all these other places, we know how that's going to impact our bottom line. I was watching early this morning. I couldn't really sleep. And I was watching some, I don't want to say conspiracy type stuff, but just predictions about the future and the American economy. And the one thing that I could say is something big is coming. And most of America is not prepared for financially. Your savings and everything is going to get wiped out. So I believe in what Jim Rohn says. No, you can't control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you respond to them. So our goal is to build a financial wall around your family so high that you can weather the storm, that nothing can penetrate it. And the only thing that I see outside of precious metals, gold and silver, is the digital space, is crypto. That you can weather the storm, especially when the world is moving towards Bitcoin as being the dominant financial currency on the planet. And that's why we're here. So, all right, that I did not have time to go over. There was one more article. It was more of an opinion piece, which was this about crimeware. You know, though I do want to skim a couple of things because I have the course on security. A new threat to crypto users. So now Not only do we have to deal with criminals who know how to program and scam and scheme and all that, we've got these same criminals creating platforms to teach other people how to do it. Crime as a service. Really? Yeah. They're now making it because it is a professional industry. MoveQuest, the community made $25 million. I think probably about $1 million has been stolen from the community. We know about at least 600,000, but there's a lot that we probably don't know of. People that got scammed that are too embarrassed to say anything about it. These are professionals. Product to service cycle. A criminal actor develops a crime as a service offering. That information is disseminated underground on the dark web. Upon receiving an order and payment, the product developer delivers the service to the buyer. What crypto cyber criminals are selling: attacks on cryptocurrency users, how to steal private keys and crypto wallet credentials, phishing kits that mimic legitimate exchanges, ransomware that demands crypto as payment, distributed denials of service, DDoS attacks. I mean, yet why do I say education is important and security is important? This is not some 15-year-old kid living in their mom's basement that's a computer whiz jacking everybody. This is professional organizations that know more about crypto than you do, with the sole intent on stealing your life savings and not caring anything about it. Different types of examples of crimeware: keyloggers, Trojan horses, ransomware, adware, botnets, phishing kits. Many of you don't have never even heard of these terms. So how are you going to protect yourself? Are you prepared for that? How has crimeware as a service scaled up crypto crime? We've got developers, distributors, end users. Crypto payments to ransomware attackers surged in the first half of 2023, reaching $449 million, a substantial increase of 175.8 million compared to the same period in 2022. New threats, new defenses in the cryptocurrency world. So do you know about, the clipboard hijackers can redirect wallet addresses, multi-factor authentication, exploits for hardware wallets, and then they're going to start using AI powered. So do you know how to protect? I wasn't going to do this, but I'll give you guys another sneak peek. You think, uh-oh, that didn't freeze up my computer. No, hold on 1 second. Where did it go? Yeah, I'll put it over here. We're ready. First slide. You think this might be something that we need to know? I have at least 15 videos, never seen before, for you guys. Right. What is a crypto wallet? This is actually, this is one of the lessons I'm going to be doing next week in the 5-day challenge. That's enough. Security is everything. Again, ILCAverse.io, because I'm going to be covering all of that stuff so that you know what to do. And you're not in the position of one guy that told me, Brandon, man, I spent 5 years. I have $1.7 million in crypto saved up. I was so confident he put his life savings in after he got to the $600,000 mark. And in one keystroke, lost everything. And he's too embarrassed to share publicly with anybody else. He doesn't know how he's going to tell his wife. And he's looking for opportunities that he can make some money real fast to put in there and then try to regrow it again. And he's 65 years old. And that's a shame. And he said, I wish I listened to you. I remember you talking about this education stuff, and I didn't feel I needed it until I lost everything. You don't want to be on the other side of it. $399 to protect $500,000. That's a penny in the bucket. So we invite you guys to join our inner circle. That is it for our talk today. Give you a sneak peek on what we do. Our next inner circle call will be on Monday morning at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Inner Circle Crypto Talk. Our 5-day challenge begins Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I kind of like this. So every Saturday, I'll be doing a presentation / crypto talk for the open community for you guys to invite. I want to get our inner circle up past 100 members so that I can reach my goal of having 100 individuals making $2,500 to $5,000 a month and getting crypto educated in the process. If that's you, join the inner circle. ILCA crypto cryptonews.com. Join the inner circle and register for the 5-day challenge to learn a little bit more at no cost next week. All right, everybody, thank you for this experience. I'm going to tweak a couple of things now that I know how I can do this and work it. And we're going to have a lot of fun together in 2025. So I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that's the point. Thank you, Ms. Casa, for your enthusiasm and support and all the hard work behind the scenes. You guys have no idea how much work she does behind the scenes. And a lot of the things you see is her vision telling me, Brandon, I think we should do this. Brandon, I think we should do this. In fact, a lot of it's what she told me before that I never listened to. I am listening to now. And we're putting it together. And we're gonna be having more members in our community working with us as well. Like we already have Joyce behind the scenes. I wanted to thank you, Joyce, for all the hard work that she's been doing as well. Some of you guys are gonna get tapped on the shoulder, like Mr. Long, maybe Mr. Taylor, Rita Brichard. Don't think I haven't been watching and paying attention. And we're going to be having a certification program in place so that you can be ILCA crypto certified. So with that, I need your help in expanding this community. Before I start putting all the marketing dollars in and start marketing it big time, I want to pay you guys the commissions for sharing this with others. With that, take care. Brandon Ivey out. Eagles tomorrow. Yeah, I know I'm a Rams fan, but they beat up on my Eagles. My wife's from Philly, so I got to support the Rams tomorrow. So we'll see the Rams tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on Monday. 30 minutes from now will be the AMA with Miss Lynette Arden for MoveQuest. Unfortunately, I will not be able to be on that, but you guys let me know. I know she wants to go over the Trump token and how it was launched horribly bad and compare the Trump token to the MQT token. All right, everybody, take care. See you guys later. Bye-bye.